Hey, just so you guys know, yeah, I'm putting this video up on YouTube and stuff, but it's also going up on Full 30 and BitChute. The links to both of those channels are in the description below. We recognize that, you know, YouTube does, you know, their own retarded shit, and they're a private company, so they can do whatever the fuck they want. But then again, so are we. So if you don't want to support that, go ahead to the links in the description below and check us out there. Jesus Christ. Get a magazine that fucking works. Yeah, that's a Glock mag. Okay? It's a piece of shit. Whoa, hold on, stop.
Uh-oh.
I am fucking tired of this. This right here is a 2-second review on the Magpul fucking PMAGs for Glocks, okay? I have seen a million of these come out to classes, and every time we get some kind of goofy ass stoppage on a pistol, every time we get some kind of weird, my follower doesn't work anymore, bullets are pouring out of my shit type of deal, just about every fucking time, unless it's raining really hard and we're dealing with mud, it's these goddamn magazines. What's my opinion on them? Don't fucking buy them. Alright, we can hold right there. Yeah. Alright guys, so welcome back. I'm Chris with you know, Regular Guy Training. With me I have
some guy named Josh.
You know, we weren't gonna do this review, but it's one of those things where we've seen it happen so many times that it's like, you know what, we gotta say something about it, because guys are constantly asking questions, and I see them all the time in classes. Let's talk about the Magpul PMAGs for the Glock. When these first came out, the first thought in my brain was the first meme that I saw, and that is, finally I can buy some reliable Glock mags
for cheap.
Yeah, what the fuck? So let's talk about this for a second. Let's go ahead and do your experience from it. I have fucking, like, I don't own any of these. Right? Because of what I've seen, but you've owned a lot of them.
Yep.
Let's talk about that.
So actually, this used to be mine. I literally gave it away to one of our friends because I just don't want them.
Yeah.
Okay, so as I started doing...
Oh, and before you guys figure that he's just trying to fuck his buddy, he warned him, and he's still all like,
I said, here,
no, man, I'll clean them up, they work fine.
Yeah, well, I said, you'll get a lot of stoppage training. So, I mean, I helped him.
Yeah.
Anyway, so before I met this guy...
I tried to go to bat for you, and you fucked yourself.
No, I don't care.
Yeah,
whatever,
thanks.
whatever, Clevey.
Whatever, man.
Okay, so back to what I was trying to say. Before I met this guy, these came out, like, oh, cool, I'm going to get some, you know, I'm a little bit of a mag whore. So I ordered a 10-pack and ran them in your first class I took, I think. A couple of them.
That was our first beta.
First beta class, yeah. I had a stack of magazines. I had maybe 25 total. I don't want to reload. I'd rather just kick back, drink some water or whatever. Everybody thought that was kind of funny, and they were all...
It's valid, though.
Yeah, just a stack of them.
Just to come back from a drill if it's hot as shit,
yeah,
like it is out here, and just be like, okay, yeah, I'm done, and sit down for a minute.
Yeah, have a bunch of partials so you can just, whatever. And he kept saying, no, they're not going to work, and of course I'm like, yeah, they're Magpul, they'll totally work. Didn't really know them that well. And then they started going down like a shot fighter jet. I mean, just all of them started tanking on me.
Coming apart like the fucking Challenger.
Yeah, I mean, the first time I was like, nah, dude, I guarantee you they work. I have faith in them. I shit you not. They all fell out on the next drill, and I'm like,
yeah, the very next drill, he's looking at me like I did something to his mags.
This dude's a curse, I swear.
He looked at me with this cocked eyebrow like, what did you do? I'm like, I told you.
Why? This was $14.
I told you.
Yeah.
You were too, and he's like, what did you do? And I'm sitting there like, I am too far away from your shit to do anything to your mags.
I did. I was convinced that he fucked with my shit. The thing that sucked is I had 10 of the 15 rounders, and I had purchased 10 of the 17 rounders. Right when this happened, they were like on their way. So I knew I was getting a shitty shipment of these wannabe Glock mags. So that's why I gave my buddy a bunch of these, because he didn't have any, and I'm like, you can have some, but you're gonna end up having to replace them. So.
And here's my experience with them. The first time that I saw them, it was in fairly large volume. The alpha for this company, right? Like when we were first getting ready to stand up on 2 legs, I put some curriculum together. I had over a dozen guys show up. It was like 15 dudes. Almost all of them were running a Glock, and almost all of them brought a bunch of these out. It was in the teens of 15-round PMAGs, right? We were in Virginia, and it was hot as shit, so, well, dry, correction, because the first day it was actually pretty cold, but it was dry, and it was fairly dusty, like it is out here today. Of the freaking magazines that came out, again, we're in the teens of how many 15-round PMAGs came out, all but one of them died. In that class, in that 2-day format, all of them but one, shit the bed. So right then and there, I was kind of like, not buying those things.
Yeah.
And since then, every class that we do, somebody shows up with a bunch of them, and somebody has a problem, at least one, with these mags. Now they're not as bad as like ETS mags or something. I just don't even see them anymore, because after a video I put out and after a couple of guys come out to class and be like, oh man, these suck.
Yeah.
I just don't see them anymore. But yeah, I never ended up getting into these until, actually mostly because of that first experience, and then since then, that opinion just keeps getting reinforced.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I mean, guys ask me stuff like this all the time, and a lot of guys, will probably be like, oh, well, I have like 48 billion rounds through my shit, blah, blah, blah.
I believe you.
Yeah, I bet.
Why would you lie about that?
There's probably somebody out there with like 10,000 rounds through a single 15-round magazine, even though there's no steel reinforcement on the insides, and even though the followers eat the mag bodies up and they bow to the point where you have problems.
Yeah.
But, whatever, you probably have a lot of rounds through those mags.
Well, speaking of getting eaten alive, in the first couple that I was actually using, they were having all kinds of problems where the follower would get stuck, and I took it apart, and this was after the fix. There's a big fix. Yeah,
it was a big recall.
Big recall, and these were all after that, where about midway of the body, you can see where the follower had been making groove cuts, and it's nice and, plastic on plastic action.
Yeah, we almost forgot about that, because there were going to be like 48 people saying, "Oh, there was a recall. They're so much better."
Yeah,
no, they're not.
These are all post recall.
No, they're not. This is a post recall magazine.
This is 715. So, I mean, yeah, it's old, but I gave this to my buddy brand new in bag. So I've had these brand new in bag since then. I got them new, right?
Yeah.
And in 15, it was right after the crazy panic of 13, and shit started to come back in 14. So, yeah.
This is post that.
Yeah, that first wave of garbageness.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, you can actually check whether or not that this was part of the recall batch and all that, because there's a date time group stamp in there. Well, rather month year, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, month year. 7/15.
So, I get questions in the comments all the time, and I say in the comments, don't do it. And then there's like 14 people that are just kind of like, bleh. But, I mean, honestly, if we were to sit here and continue filming this, and yeah, we will, because we're doing a review on a Gen 3 Glock 17, we're going to keep loading that up, and I'm just going to keep stacking on how many issues this thing has.
Right. And let's be honest, this at your cheapest is going to be at 12 if you buy them in bulk. I mean, prices vary, but usually in a gun store, these are 18, 16, somewhere in there. You can get these for 20 to 25, the factory Glock mags, and I don't think we have to explain that these things just work.
I've had magazines that all the holes here are brown from rust.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And it's still typewrites. when they go down hard, but you get a lot of service out of them beforehand.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, fuck, dude, like, until a year and a half ago, my Glock 19, which I bought in September of 2012, right? And the only reason why I know is because, like, immediately after a deployment, until about a year ago, my last, like, out-of-the-box magazine died, right? And you guys know the volume at which I shoot. So, there's that.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think we're done here. If you got any questions, go ahead and throw them in the comments box below. If you're going to be mad, but proof is right in front of you, dude.
Send a video of your shit working, like, a lot, because...
Yeah, hook it up to a Glock 18 and see how that works.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Well, you know, actually, real quick, I know they came out with the larger capacity magazines. They have the one that's like 21 rounds or something like that, and they got a 27 or 8. It's not exactly, it's for legal limits to some kind of competition, but I've seen that, and it's like, that would be awesome if they worked.
Yeah.
So, I just hate wasting money on this garbage, and sorry, Magpul, you fucked up. Just like with the AK mags, but whatever.
Well, whatever.
Yeah. We can keep this going, but no, we're not gonna.
If you want to be mad, be mad.
Yeah.
Remember, a regular guy's firearm is the last defense against tyranny. Be easy. Be sure that's...
Get the bloopers in there!
Oh my god.
Mr. Famous over here.
Yeah, I dropped one shot.
Yeah, just
so you know.
Just so you suck, because you suck. This new rig sucks.
Yeah, man, it's all editing. It's fucking Photoshop tools and shit. Are you done shaking everything?
Terrified.
Get some Michael Bay action shots in there.
Whoa, monster!
So much is happening!